Pseudobalx here from athletes.gg, and I want to talk about Zero Suit's brand new jab lock. Zero Suit has changed a lot from Smash 4 to Ultimate, and while I think Smash 4 ZSS is better, Ultimate ZSS is still a ton of fun, and I think there's still a lot that we can lab out with her. So one of the things that has definitely changed in functionality is her jab. The raw jab is definitely worse. Jab 1 has a ton of end lag now. So you can't just throw it out and use it as a safe poke on shield anymore. Jab 3 no longer crosses up shields anymore, so there's no more mix-up between Jab 2 and 3, besides maybe timing. But there is one good change that happened, and that's her new jab lock. Her jab will actually jab lock an opponent. So if we, forward throw Bowser here, look, we got a jab lock, and it's pretty easy to get. You can even get it with small characters like Pichu, so you don't have to worry about them, missing the jab lock. If you're new to jab locks, you're probably wondering, that's nice, but why can't I just do this instead? And that's great, but you'll have to read the miss tech, and if you mess up or if they tech, then you can get heavily punished. So say like I do it too early and I miss Bowser can probably forward smash me. So jab lock basically gives you a safer way to confirm the move. So if we do the jab lock here instead, then I can get an up B without having to worry about whiffing it. Jab 1, even though it's got more end lag than before, even if they say they tech in place, you can just continue the jab. You can even just hold it just to make sure that you catch them on regular get up. If they, decide to roll in or out, you can stop the jab on reaction and then, either reset neutral or possibly try to do a tech chase instead. And if you just mess up and they do a get up attack, it won't kill you. It won't be like getting hit by a forward smash by Bowser. So let's talk about how you can set up this jab lock. So as I showed you just now, forward throw is a great one for mid %. It sends you at a pretty horizontal angle that can be hard to react to, in the when they're under, pressure. So that's a great way to set up a jab lock. At higher %, forward throw stops becoming reliable because they can, just DI in and avoid having to tech in general. So that's where Zero comes into play. So you can Zero at high %, and that also sends them at a horizontal angle, and with not a lot of time to be able to react to tech. So that's a great way to set up a jab lock as well. So once you do get the jab lock, what can you do? So obviously you can, use all 3 jabs, but that's not super interesting. So another thing you can do down tilt, and that's pretty good for setting up some kind of juggle situation. Another thing you can do is you can do downward angled forward tilt, and that'll send them out, and you can like go for an edge guard. But the 2 most interesting things you can do with the jab lock is up smash and up B. So for up smash, you can at this %, I don't think it'll kill Bowser, but it'll definitely set them up for kill, for juggle situation. So if we get to Bowser to 150, I think this will kill. Yep. Obviously that's with no DI or little DI by the computer, but you can get what I'm saying. And then for up B, you can also get an up B here, and that will definitely kill. This is great for Zero Suit because it offers kill confirm at high %, which is traditionally where she has some trouble getting the kill because her neutral isn't that great. And you kind of have to fish out, back air and up Bs or something like that to actually get the kill. It can be pretty annoying for Zero Suit. So having some kind of way to convert your opponent's mistake into that kill is great for Zero Suits. But it's not as easy as it looks. So you can see right now I'm missing this up smash finisher, and that's because there's some caveats with performing this tech. Her up smash and up B have been nerfed from Smash 4. The hitboxes are much worse. For example, like up B, this would have hit definitely in Smash 4, but in Ultimate you basically have to be up close and personal to see. Look at that. That's crazy. That didn't hit. You have to be like right up on Bowser's grill in order to get that up to connect. With up smash, it looks like it hasn't changed much, but the hit boxes have become more precise. So it has to hit directly where the paralyzer whip is actually touching the opponent. So you can see at the bottom, it's very close to her body. So that causes a problem with thinner characters, like the Fire Emblem characters, that when they're prone in their jab lock animation, they're too skinny and can make it very hard or sometimes impossible to hit. So you can see there just the nature of Bowser's hitbox. It's not like a sure thing that the up smash will connect. So what can you do to ensure that you can get the finishers? So obviously the first thing is try to get the jab lock as close as possible, and I mean actually pushing your opponent, running into them before initiating the jab lock. That will make sure that you're as close as possible to your opponent and you're giving the hitboxes the best chance at actually hitting your opponent. Second thing is, ZSS's jab lock is a little different from most in that it's not a jab one over and over again where you have to time it. You can actually just hold A down and do jab 1 and 2, and that way jab 1 will be cancelled as soon as possible, and you don't have to worry about timing or trying to be consistent with that. It also gives your opponent less time to DI if that's actually possible. Actually, let me talk about that a little bit. So if I've turned on the trajectory guide and I get Bowser in a jab lock animation, you can see at his bottom, at the bottom of his left foot, you can see the blue, green, and red trajectory guides. That means that with more damage, Bowser actually gets pushed a little bit further away with every jab. And I think that means that you might be able to SDI or DI that bit of the jab lock to get further away from Zero Suit. So because of that, getting up and close as possible to the character is important. And then if you're doing up smash, you pretty much always have to do a run up smash. So there I did the run up smash too late. You've got to do a run up smash to ensure that you're up and as close as possible to the character's hitbox as possible. And you're gonna have to time it well so that you do the dash as soon as it's actionable. The very first frame that's actionable, so that you have time to actually get the up smash out in time before Bowser does his get up. If you're doing the up B, you don't have time to run up actually for a lot of characters. Bowser is big, so that's fine. But what I suggest is actually just holding up B. So that one I didn't start the jab block close enough. You can actually just hold up B while you're waiting for the second jab block to animation to end, and it'll buffer an up B for you. So if you look at my controller, holding the jab and then just doing a holding up B. And you'll also want to do the up B, make sure to move forward with it. So that'll give Zero Suit the best chance to actually, again, collide with that hitbox. So I was talking about the Fire Emblem characters and how they're annoying. So let me show you how matchup dependent this tech can be. So you'll see how low profile Marth is during the jab lock animation. You do the forward throw, boom, boom. So you can see how low to the ground Marth is when he's in the jab lock animation. So because of this, even if you do the run up smash as early as possible, you will never get it. So this up smash will never work on Marth, Lucina, and a lot of the Fire Emblem characters. I think it does work on Ike, but that's something that I'll have to lab out a bit more. But even though up smash doesn't work, up B can definitely work against Marth. So you just go and do the buffered up B setup there. But what's interesting is if we put Marth to high percent where up B would kill. If you do the forward throw, Marth is now he moves too far to get the up B. He's got too much damage, and he's flying too far away during the jab blocks to actually get hit by the up B, even if you hold buffer and hold towards the character. But what's interesting is this is only because during the forward throw animation, Marth is facing Zero Suit. If we do Zair from the front, we have the same issue. It's not hitting. Again, if we do Zair from the front, it's not hitting. But if we do Zair from behind, and Marth does not turn around to face Zero Suit, this actually works. And that's because Marth's hurt box on his head is much larger than the ones on his feet. And I think his feet might, the hurt box might not actually extend all the way to the feet. That's something I'd be super interested to see Twitter labbers find out, to see what the hurt box actually looks like during the jab animation. But you can see it's really, there's a lot of knowledge and labbing that has to go behind the jab block finishers to see what's actually doable in to see what will actually kill and what will whiff. Now, before I scare you off from learning this tech, it's actually quite consistent across the majority of the cast. I've just noticed that Fire Emblem characters have difficulty. Inkling, I think, is also directionally dependent, or I think like something like the up B works, but not the up smash. Same thing with Palutena because she lies low as well. So even though there's some matchups where you'll need to know if this works or not, in tournament, I've been able to use it pretty consistently against like Peaches, Captain Falcons, Wolves, and been able to either get kills or get myself in a great position to pressure them off stage or do some juggling. And it's also made forward throw one of my favorite throws at mid percent because you can definitely, it feels great throwing them around. If they miss a tech, then you can get even more out of it. It's pretty cool. It's something that Zero Suit did not have in Smash 4 that she has now. I hope this helps my fellow ZSS mains out. If you find anything new or have labbed out any specific matchup, please leave a comment below. I'll also put a link in the description to the ZSS Discord as well, where we have some pretty cool conversations about the state of ZSS. And then lastly, just going to plug athletes.gg. So it's an app that you can download. It's available for Android. We're working on getting it into the App Store. You can follow your favorite players like MVD, Nairo. You can see what events they're up to. You can get notifications on when they're about to start competing or when they're streaming or when they upload a new YouTube video. You can also follow events and see like standings, see related streams. So like, for example, Frostbite coming up, you can see like all the side events and keep tabs on what streams are running for each side event. And on top of that, on this YouTube channel, we'll be trying to interview as many top players as possible and upload these videos up to our YouTube. And we're also going to try to record as many off-stream matches as possible, just like we did for Genesis. So if there's anyone in bracket that you notice that is going to be off-stream and you'd love to see their match, please shoot us a tweet or reach out to us on any of our social media, and we'll definitely try to catch that game for you guys. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, and have a good one.